Hello everyone and welcome to the Captain's Video Blog. We are Wednesday, July 27th, 2016. It's like 1:40 in the morning, so at any rate I'm just gonna probably do only a recap of the first SmackDown Live. So yesterday I was just right on time for the start of the intro of the new intro of SmackDown, and it turns out that the fist is only just a thing in the intro. I'm not sure about the whole set because it looks like they have added a bit of some neon tubes on the side. I don't know. I'm on the fence. The commentary team is ringside, unlike Raw. And I mean, generally, SmackDown was, a bit under Raw yesterday. Like, if there's one thing that really really defines the SmackDown roster, besides how thin it is, it's just how full of misused or underused wrestlers, both male and female, um, that are in the roster. Like there was the first announcement was that there would be a number one contender match for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, as it's apparently being renamed, even though the graphic at the end showed WWE World Championship. I don't know. So yeah, I mean, the fact that they went as far as renaming it WWE World Championship really, you know, doesn't help with the Universal Championship. So yeah, there was a six-pack challenge with Bray Wyatt, John Cena, AJ Styles, Dolph Ziggler, Baron Corbin, and a sixth contestant who was to be determined in a subsequent battle royal that everyone except American Alpha took part in, and Apollo Crews won. So yeah, he was the sixth contestant in the six-pack challenge, which to me is really good because it shows that Apollo Crews is still pretty new to the WWE. He is really not used to his full potential, mainly because he's been in rivalries with Baron Corbin and Sheamus. So yeah, it. I mean, when you looked at the at the battle royal, and the camera angles that are used on SmackDown are pretty incredible. I'm just gonna tell you that it looks really good. Um, really, there was not a lot of people. So yeah, and finally, Apollo Crews has something to be happy about. Then, big announcement: Shelton Benjamin is coming back. Now, when is he coming back? I'm not sure, but he is, and it's really, it's a really good announcement because you really think that in this day and age, he will be used way better than when than before. So yeah. What else was there? Oh yeah, the announce team. So Mauro Ranallo is the one that stands out because he's really good, and despite the efforts of JBL and David Otunga, Mauro's commentary still shines. So yeah, we're not gonna talk about the commentary too much because it's just white noise despite the presence of David Otunga. But yeah, it's really jarring. I don't know. Maybe it's the only SmackDown that I will watch live, even though it will be complicated to say, yeah, no, I'm not gonna watch it because it's live. So the spoilers will be out as soon as the show has finished airing. Anyway, yeah. So then there was a match, women's division match between Becky Lynch and Natalia. That Becky Lynch finally won, and she was all happy and stuff. And Alexa Bliss came out, and I was really happy because she said, "Yeah, a lot of stuff that doesn't really make sense because she makes up words with Bliss, and she says this is what the new era looks like." All right. Then came out Naomi, who doesn't really look like she's at his on the mic. Um, so yeah, she cut a little promo saying, "Yeah, you've done nothing." Carmella came out, and then Eva Marie. She's really sucked the air out of the arena. It looks like because it went really silent, despite her intro. That's ridiculous. Like there's a voiceover saying that she's really pretty much the perfection, um, and that was really strange to hear. But I really hope that this voice stays because if she wins a match, I really want to hear that loud and booming voice says it's a victory for all red everything, which is really strange on the blue show, and also because she came out in a white robe. Counter effect of staying in a place where there's a lot of dirt, of dust, well, of stuff in the air. Well, anyway, yeah. So, then what was there? I'm trying to remember because despite the fact that it was 2 hours long, there wasn't a lot of wrestling actually, and I think it was Miss TV where the Miz pretty much tried to interview himself until Randy Orton came out because Miss TV said that he was the Legend Killer, but that's pretty much Randy Orton's moniker, and he once again tried to do this thing with Viperville, which is not a thing, but I mean it got the audience chanting Viperville. So I mean the audience was the Buffalo audience was really receptive. Like later there was a match, no, not a match, but Heath Slater came into the ring and he said, "Yeah, we get it trending. Hashtag sign Heath Slater," and I really want him to be signed if he can put up shit like that. I mean, his promo was really great. It even got Sami Zayn tweeting the hashtag until he got gored by Rano. That is, so yeah. So the little there was kind of some banter from Randy Orton to the Miz and then to Maurice, and Maurice said, "Yeah, you know what? You want a match against my husband? You're getting it." It was an okay match. Orton and the Miz aren't exactly the men who have most synergy to them, but they have a little something, I would say. At one point, it really looked like Orton had injured his shoulder again because he went for an RKO and he hit it, and then the Miz was on the ring on his back, and Orton didn't go for the pin. He held his arm, and he was sitting against a rope, and it was like what? And then it turns out it was just okay because he did the second RKO and then he won. So good for him, I guess. I mean, it's really not. It wasn't a really great show to start off when you compare to Raw. I think that's all before the main event. I it just really didn't stick to my mind all the stuff that happened, because you know the first angle lasted for so long, and then there was the battle royale, and then there was there was an interview after the match. There was a promo for Shell TV, and then there was a female match, and then there were all the women coming out, and apparently it's very thin. You know the 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 women's division in SmackDown is very thin. The women's division on Raw is fucking stacked. So I don't know. Maybe we don't even know. You know, they were all coming out like saying, "I'm the alpha bitch," but there's no women's title on SmackDown. I really don't know. At one point there was an ad for the network, and then there was an ad for the Cruiserweight Classic, and then for NXT. Was the promo with Heath Slater, and Shane O'Mac came out. "Oh, you can hand me my resume," and Slater said, "You know, my resume it's on the WWE Network. You have it. Type Heath Slater, and there's my resume. I'm behind the Nexus, the Core." Okay, you don't really want to be behind that. Behind 3MB, behind the Social Outcast. Now that's a little bit better, but still not really a lot of success. So yeah. So the main event was the six-pack challenge, really great. Uh, John Cena spammed his AA on everyone. That was pretty bullshit. Uh, and then when he had the match won, AJ Styles just threw him out of the ring. Dolph Ziggler was there. Bam, he ate. AJ Styles ate the Dolph's shoe, and then he ate the pin. So yeah, Dolph Ziggler is the #1 contender. It's really great for him. Doesn't really scream new era. It really screams old SmackDown. Yeah, it could be a great match if they have good synergy with Dean Ambrose. I really don't know. Is it going to work? Maybe. I really hope so, because it's two performers that you want to see succeed, and SmackDown is going to be the platform for most of the talent that you see as being misused to really do great things. I hope. So yeah, but it was a fine match by itself. Like, there was a lot of action, not too clusterfucky, if you know what I mean. Every man had his lot of action, with John Cena having maybe too much action for him, because when he started going AA on everyone, we were like, well, he's gonna win. But no, AJ Styles was there, so I guess AJ Styles is facing John Cena at SummerSlam, and I thought it was going to be Bray Wyatt, because he was the only one not to be enrolled in any kind of program with anyone else. Made sense, I guess. But it's not gonna be him. I guess that's fine. He will have his shot later, obviously. The upper card is too empty for him not to have a shot at one point or another. So yeah, NXT and the CWC tonight. Now that's what I call high-profile wrestling somehow. So anyway, thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye bye. I really didn't have anything to talk about because I did nothing all day. Well, shit.